Good afternoon and welcome to our 2025 closing ceremony. I am Justine and I am one of your Masters of Ceremony, and this is Mrs. Amanda Moore.
So welcome everybody to our ceremony today. We're just going to start with Georgia giving our acknowledgement of country.
I would like to acknowledge that this school is on the land of the Mulgoa clan of the Darug Nation. We recognise that the Darug people are the traditional custodians of this land. I would also like to pay respect to the elders both past and present of the Darug Nation and extend that respect to any other Aboriginal students here today.
Thank you, Georgia. So we're here to celebrate the closing ceremony of the 2025 Greater Sydney Schools Cattle Competition. It's a large competition, lots of competitors that are here, and we've got lots of awards to give out. So before we begin, it's also being live streamed for anybody who couldn't be here. If we have an emergency, I'll ask you to just follow the instructions of your teachers, but we'll move out towards the car park on that side of the school and we'll head down to the school oval.
Before we begin, I think we just need to show a round of applause for the lovely Caroline Chisholm team for this beautiful venue, the meal, the team at the back that is live streaming, and Mrs. Moore, this is her home venue. Now, most of you sitting here knows what this competition is about, but for our special dignitaries, let's give them a little bit of an overview. So the Greater Sydney Schools Cattle Competition is a unique program that brings together schools and teachers across Sydney. It includes state, Catholic and independent. And collectively, we learn about the beef industry through hands-on experience. Each school raises and cares for a steer over a period of around 100 days. They learn about nutrition, animal welfare, handling, farm management, and most of all, life skills. On live days, the steers are assessed through several competitions. This includes weight gain, lead steer, presentation, and we look at carcass qualities measured against Meat and Livestock Australia industry standards, thus linking the syllabus with industry through criteria such as MLA requirements and also learn lifelong skills. As I've said, the competition is not just about our cattle, it's about our students. Alongside the animal events, students take part in their own competitions. Not only are they parading, judging, assessing, and competing in the Herdsman Challenge, these activities build skills in public speaking, teamwork, decision-making, and responsibility. What makes this competition special is the strong network of industry. We have supporters wide and far. We have breeders, nutritionists, butchers, processors, university lecturers, alumni, teachers, all significant contributors with their experience. They ensure students gain a true paddock-to-plate understanding of the beef industry. The competition prides itself on being student-centred. It prides itself on having teachers at the lead. It celebrates the commitment, enthusiasm and pride our students show, both in themselves, in their school and in the competition. We are a competition that at the heart is about student and their learning. Many of our students don't stop their involvement when the competition ends. Many of them are still in this room today. Over the years, participants have gone on to be teachers, to work on farms, to study agriculture, and even gone internationally. Some have gone and worked at the Royal, while others return to this competition as volunteers. It's the cycle of learning, mentoring, and paying it forward. It's one of the greatest strengths of the competition. We've acknowledged Caroline Chisholm, but let us acknowledge a few others. Thank you to Macarthur Anglican School for receiving and preparing the steers and for hosting the opening ballot, and to St Columba's for running the Novice Training Day. To Penola for hosting the meetings throughout the year, to St Greg's and Penola for receiving the feed donations from Milandra. And later we'll have a chance to thank our teachers and some of our other volunteers.
Also, a warm welcome to our principals, headmasters and principal leaders of the participating school. Their support of the competition is obviously greatly appreciated. They'll be up here to present some awards this afternoon, and of the 13 schools participating, we have quite a few in attendance. So thank you very much for Mrs. Tanya Cairns, who's Principal Leader of Caroline Chisholm, for allowing us to hold the ceremony here. Mr. Greg Malone, Principal of Bede Paulding, Mrs. Natalie Martin, Relieving Principal of Elderslie High School, Brother Stephen Hogan, Principal of Oak Hill, Mrs. Peter Parks, the Principal of Penola Catholic College, Mrs. Sparks, sorry, Miss Hayley McDonald, Principal of Richmond High School, Mr. Phil Scollard, Principal of St. Columba's Catholic College, and Mr. Matthew Brennan, Principal of St. Greg's College at Campbelltown. We've had a few apologies and a few principals that might be popping in just a little bit later. So thank you to Dr. Gareth Leachman from Arndell, Mr. Greg Miller from Chevalier, Mr. Nate Atkinson from North Home, and Mrs. Tamara Cullen from Colo High School. And Mr. David Nockles, who was also sent his apologies, but he will be joining us a little bit later. We also have, as Miss mentioned, a number of industry supporters throughout our competition. So we have our main sponsors. Manildra donates 2 tonnes of DDG pellets to every school who's participating in this competition to allow us to have a steady feed type that everyone is using. Thank you very much to Bendigo Bank at Richmond, who gave us $4,000 in sponsorship this year, and this is our second year of having sponsorship from them. Thank you to our steer breeders and our livestock experts. So Diane Paul and Rochelle Prattley are the runners of Shelgardy Murray Grey Stud down at Gunning, and they've been the suppliers of our steers for the last 4 years of the competition. Thank you to Stuart Glover, who's our cattle judge. Unfortunately, Stuart couldn't be here today. He passes on his well wishes. To Miss Stephanie Hennings from the A2 Milk Company, Jill Burgess, who's our carcass judge and here tonight, to Dr. Ken Langford, and Kathy Breen, who judge our herdsman competition, to Caitlin Vella, who judges our Students' Choice competition, to Peter Francesco and Craig Hitchens from Picton Wholesale Meats. Thank you to Tom Stevens from Western Sydney Meatworks. They organise all of our carcass areas. And thank you to our associate judges, Brittany Jones from Jones Livestock and Andrew Scarsbrook, who's here today with us. We also had some other industry-connected roles that came along to Live Day. So Kieran Chandler, who was the Rural Youth Ambassador for 2025, and Madison Luke, who was the Hawkesbury Young Woman of the Year for 2026. So many of those people you'll see on stage presenting tonight. And it's really important that we acknowledge all their help that comes into our competition. We also have a number of alumni who continue to give their time to ensure the competition flourishes. Miss Phillips, Garrick Mulcahy, Milton Glover, Dave Randall, Nicolette Westerhoff, Ken Langford, Beth Simmons, and a few others who I'm sure I've forgotten to mention. So we're going to move on to our section of awarding. Or actually, we're going to do some speakers first, aren't we? You want to do that bit? And we just remind everyone that if your name or school name is called for an award, if you could please head straight to the stage for your ribbon. Once you collect your ribbon, then you're going to head into the room just off the stage there for an official photo, and then you'll be able to return to your seat.
So as I said, this is a competition for the students, with the students. So let's hear from some of our students. So we'd now like to invite students from Macarthur Anglican to speak on their perception of the expressing gratitude and the role of the sponsors.
Good evening and welcome to the Greater Sydney Schools Cattle Competition Presentation Night. I'm Amelia and this is Christine, and we are here from Macarthur Anglican School. We would be honoured to express our gratitude for the variety of sponsors and people involved in making this amazing show possible.
Firstly, we'd like to begin by thanking Caroline Chisholm College for all the effort in organising and hosting this presentation night. We would like to thank Bendigo Bank for donating $4,000 and Manildra Group for providing all schools with 2 tonnes of DDD pellets. A special thank you to Rochelle, Diane and Gary Prattley at Shelgardy Murray Grey Stud for making this show possible by providing all the exceptional Murray Grey steers to all schools that we are able to work and develop our skills with.
We would like to thank our judges on Live Day, Stuart Glover and Stephanie Hennings, for their constructive feedback in order for us as individuals and a school to improve overall. Also, a special thank you to all the mentors, including past students and senior members within all school teams who provided their service and knowledge at Training Day and Live Day. Thank you for your mentorship of younger students across schools, aiding in learning and execution of skills, and contributing to the overall success of the Greater Sydney Schools Kata competition. Thank you.
It's not easy being the first school, so thank you, ladies. I would now like to welcome students from Penola Catholic College to come up and give their experience about the training day and talk about the value of practical and shared school education.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tiana and this is Ellie. We are from Penola Catholic College and we just want to say a few words about the training day we were lucky enough to attend. I know that I learnt a lot about the proper techniques for clipping a steer alongside other physical grooming techniques. I also learnt about how to properly parade cattle and judging pointers that I put into practice on the day. I really valued the judging workshop and I took most of the pointers, actually all of them, with me to the day when I was entered in junior judging. Thus I had a better understanding of what to look for in cattle judging competition. I really enjoyed speaking with like-minded people and getting to know those in my group. Everyone was so friendly and it really did make the day that much better.
I also really enjoyed the day and found it to be extremely beneficial to help build upon the knowledge I already had and better my understanding of proper practice in cattle parading and judging. I enjoyed learning about the fat coverage and watching the techniques used to determine where fat lies in the steer. Myself, along 3 other peers, were entered in the senior beef appraisal team. And I know I'm not just speaking for myself when I say that knowing where the fat placement was pivotal in our overall placement of the steers. I'm so glad our school was able to be a part of this training day, and I'm sure everyone will use what we have learnt in our future shows and competitions. Thank you.
So before we start with the first award for Live Day, it sounds only fitting that we need to have some people recap and speak about Live Day. So I would like to invite students from Elderslie High School to come up and to speak about Live Day itself.
Good evening, students, teachers, judges and esteemed guests. My name is Sophie and this is Riley. We are seniors at Elderslie High School and tonight we'll be giving a recap on the all-important Live Day.
Looking back on Live Day at the Greater Sydney Schools Cattle Competition, we can really appreciate just how much we learned from the experience. After 90 days of raising our Murray Grey steers, that day was much more than just a competition. It was a real test of our skills, knowledge and care we've developed.
From the moment the steers arrived and were weighed, we saw how important preparation and patience are. Handling the animals safely, keeping them calm and making sure they were ready for judging showed us the real responsibilities of being a stock person.
The various competitions from Best Presented Steer, Led Steer, Paraders and the visual and oral judging taught us practical herdsman skills, like grooming, handling and critically assessing cattle. The judging went beyond simple presentation. It also focused on market specifications, teaching us how to assess our animals based on the standards of the beef industry and developing crucial understanding of the commercial side of agriculture from farm to plate.
Live Day also highlighted the immense value of industry relations and alumni support we've received. We saw familiar faces who have walked this path before, and their presence reinforced the long-term relationships that underpin our industry.
Looking back, Live Day brought all our learning together and showed just how much we had grown. It reminded us that raising cattle is much more about dedication and care as it is about knowledge and skill. It's an experience we carry forward and with a greater respect for the stud and beef industries. Thank you.
So as is tradition here at our school, at our competition, I'd like to ask the key hosting principal from Caroline Chisholm, Miss Cairns, up to present the first set of awards. So as she makes her way up, we remember that we congratulate not only the winners today, but we congratulate each and every one of you that participated. I ask that as your name or your school, depending on the category, is called, that you make your way up quickly to the stage and you come up here via the stairs, please. So this first one is best presented. It's a non-points category, and this category is judged on live day about who prepares, cleans, clips and preens the best animal according to the show standards. It rewards skill, dedication, patience and understanding of the animal's features and its anatomy. So, in 6th place, which was awarded on the day, we have Caroline Chisholm College. In 5th place, Richmond High. In 4th place, Chevalier College. In 3rd place, Oak Hill College. In 2nd place, MacArthur Anglican School. That makes the school that had the best presented steer on the morning, St Gregory's College. Thank you, Ms. Keynes, for presenting. So, in an ironic event, St Greg's is actually going to talk about the presentation of their steers. And when this was allocated, we actually did it prior to the competition, so we had no idea that they were actually going to win the category, so it seems only fitting that they're doing it.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. When you walk into the show ring, you quickly realise something. The way an animal is presented demonstrates the hard work and dedication of, in this case, the school. And in a competitive environment, attention to detail can make all the difference. That's why animal preparation and hair care are absolutely essential in showing cattle. The process starts with one of the simplest yet most important tasks. Washing cattle not only keeps their coat clean, but also promotes healthy skin and makes the hair more manageable. Regularly washing allows for the hair to be trained. This is vital, as hair that is growing the correct way is much easier to work with than hair that is all over the place. While washing is essential, every time we wash, we strip the natural oils out of an animal's coat. This means it is important to put those back using things like conditioner. Preparation isn't just about making an animal look nice, it's about building a routine and getting your animal comfortable with being handled and groomed, as well as building resistance to all different to the different movements and noises that are associated with the wash bay and clipping chute. Another essential practice in preparation is clipping. Clipping is a skill that takes time and precision. Clipping cattle allows us to enhance an animal's natural features, bring out their best qualities, while also allowing us to hide and minimize any visual faults. Clipping allows us to sharpen and enhance their natural shape, manipulate their top line to show width, all the way from the shoulders to the tail head, and it allows us to create a nice balanced animal. But if there's one thing that everyone should know, is that great hair doesn't happen overnight. It's a long-term investment starting day one. Putting in the constant time and effort to either brush, wash or blow is the foundation of a desirable look. Using the blower after every wash prevents things like dandruff, while consistent brushing trains the hair to grow in the right direction and adds the volume that is needed to catch the judge's attention. These simple yet innovative tools, like the blower and the brush, are our keys to preparation and success. Hair care products are another thing that when used properly, they can transform an appearance to another level. Finishing products like Final Bloom, Zoom Bloom, Clean Sheen and Tail Adhesive are essential tools in every show box. When used correctly, they help cattle achieve that polished professional style that stands out among the rest of the class. If we want to succeed in the show world, preparation isn't optional, rather essential. Each one of these processes positively impacts each other, and if you put in the effort to prepare and work consistently and take pride in every detail, you will reap the rewards of your effort. Thank you.
So now for the best lead steer category. And I'd like to invite Mrs. Josephine Muscat, who is a representative of Bendigo Bank in North Richmond and the Richmond branch, to present. And Mrs. Muscat will probably be up a second time. So while she's coming up, Mr. Stuart Glover, who couldn't make it, and he's a cattle judge, senior technician, and as part of the Sydney School of Veterinary and Science, he was intending to be here, but had something unexpected come up. And he asked us to convey that the quality and presentation of the cattle this year was fantastic, and the student and the staff should be commended. He goes on to say, Mr. and Mrs. Prattley, it goes without saying that the generosity of the breeder in supplying a group of steers with consistency is a fantastic trait, and you should be proud. So let's congratulate each of the place getters. And this is a points category. So in 6th place, Chevalier College. In 5th place, B. Paulding College. In 4th place, Oak Hill College. In 3rd place, Eldersley High School. And in 2nd place, Richmond High School. That means the champion best lead steer and recipient of the ribbon and the trophy for that category is Caroline Chisholm College. So thank you, Mrs. Muscat, for presenting. And we're going to ask her to come back later on in the ceremony. So, first set of results for the leaderboard. Something you're going to note is as we move throughout, we're going to see that there's actually a lot of equal placing throughout the event, and it's going to be very tight, so every point counts. I would like to invite B. Paulding College to come up and to talk about the importance of teamwork and building confidence.
Good evening, staff and students. My name is Chris, and this is Casey, and we're both from Bede Paulding College. Now, taking part in the cattle competition wasn't just about preparing a steer to industry standards. It was about learning how to work together as a team. Every step, from feeding to grooming to handling, needed everyone's effort and commitment.
A big part of that teamwork was seniors mentoring the younger students. By setting an example and guiding them through the process, we helped build their confidence, kept everyone on track, and made sure we were always ready and on time for events.
This experience also had a really positive impact on our school community. It brought students across different year groups all together, created new friendships, and showed that when we support one another, we can achieve something that reflects the pride and values of our whole school.
It also gave us the chance to respect our school in a professional setting, showing respect, responsibility, and care for our animals. That sense of pride carried back into the classroom and encouraged us to keep aiming high.
And what we've learnt won't stop here. The confidence, the skills, and teamwork we've built this year will make us stronger for the competitions to come.
Next year, we'll be ready to take everything we've learned, mentor others just like we were mentored, and aim higher together. Thank you.
So our next category is junior judge speaking and non-speaking, and I'd like to ask Mr. Matthew Brennan from St Gregory's College at Campbelltown to present our awards, and he'll be presenting 2 categories today. So this is unknown to all of you, who got what, and it was tight. On the day we actually had to split quite a few people by getting them to speak to the judge. For those at home or watching, and for those in our audience that don't know what this is, there's 2 different categories. So there's junior, which is year 7 to 9, and we have one member of the team that actually speaks on what they assess, and we have the other member of the team that is silent, and they both do their assessment separately, and then the judging students go on to actually public speak, and they've only got a very short window of time to write their speech. For some of these non-speaking judges, I put them on the spot because they equalled, and I actually had to get them out to speak on the spot to the judge at the time, so well done to those students. So in 6th place for the junior non-speaking judge, I have from Arndell Anglican College, Douglas Dennis Smither. In 5th place from Colo High School, I have Crystal Emmy. In 4th place from St Columba's Catholic College, I have Heidi Willingham. In 3rd from Beep Holding College, Alice Lamb. In 2nd place from Eldersley High School, Nadia Gauci. And 1st, from Northholm Grammar School, Layla Coltman. So, junior speaking judge. In 6th place from Beep Holding College, Jasper Caruana. In 5th place from Arndell Anglican College, Dylan Jones. In 4th place from Oak Hill College, Andrew Boys. In 3rd place from Richmond High School, Zara Lawrence. In 2nd place from St Gregory's College, Billy Corkill. Which makes our champion junior judge, who receives a ribbon and a trophy, from St Columba's Catholic College, Isabella Vassaville. Thank you, Mr. Brennan, for presenting. I would now like to invite students from Northam Grammar School to talk about judging preparation.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mia from Year 10.
And I'm Ali from Year 11.
Today we will talk about what our we will talk about what our school, Northholm Grammar, did to prepare our team and our steer Bronny in terms of judging. When we had Bronny at school, we had practiced ranking him based on profitability using the visual assessment of traits like muscle, frame, and condition, followed by hands-on examinations of conformation and the overall structure.
When we were judging, the main points we were examining from the steer had consisted of the stifle area, the P8 site, brisket, flank, as well as the ribeye. Through these key points, we were looking for both muscle intensity in addition to some fat coverage also. To prepare our team, we practiced judging Bronny and our other steers when in the show ring setup. We looked for rump size, fat and muscling, pH, brisket size and ribeye, and comparing each steer based off these qualities and putting them in first, second, third and fourth.
To sum up, when we were judging, we got to know what the judges are looking for in terms of the muscle, fat, as well as the ultimate structure of the animal, both on the outside as well as when it comes to the meat of the animal on the inside. Through this, we had learnt many ways in which we could improve our steer Bronny for judging and contain an overall excellent structure for the abattoir. Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to speak here today.
Thank you and good night.
So we now have Richmond High School coming up to speak about the role and the benefit of industry alliances.
Good evening everyone, my name is Asha and this is Millie. We are from Richmond High School. Speaking of the beef industry alliances, they play an important role in supporting agricultural school programs by providing expertise, resources and real-world connections to the beef sector. These partnerships help ensure that school-based beef competitions reflect current industry standards and practices, giving us students a more authentic experience. Through alliances with breeders, processors and industry bodies, the students of this Greater Sydney Schools cattle competition have gained access to quality cattle, up-to-date knowledge and many mentoring opportunities.
The benefits of these alliances extend well beyond the competition ring. Students develop stronger practical and decision-making skills. They have been able to improve their understanding of genetics, animal welfare and the market required while being exposed to career pathways within the beef industry. For the industry, these partnerships foster the next generation of skilled, knowledgeable and passionate beef producers, strengthening both the education and agriculture as a whole. Thank you.
So now on to our senior judge speaking and non-speaking categories. So I would like to invite Mrs. Natalie Martin, Relieving Principal of Elderslie High School, to come up and to present this set of awards. So, Senior Non-Speaking Judge, and this is the category similar to the juniors but for year 10, 11 and 12. And in 6th place from Beep Holding, Cooper Sansom. In 5th place from MacArthur Anglican School, Angus Hughes. In 4th place from Richmond High School, Erica Schindler. In 3rd place from Colo High School, Tori Emmy. In 2nd place from St Gregory's College, Jeremy Price. And 1st place from St Columba's Catholic College, Maddie Lemingen. So, in 6th place from Beep Holding College, Chris Chantry. In 5th place from Oak Hill College, Isla Smith. In fourth place, from Macarthur Anglican School, Christine Sutton. It's perhaps fitting that some of these categories are coming from our speakers tonight. In third place, from Elderslie High School, Will Giles. In second place, from Northholm Grammar School, Mia Banovic. And in first place, from St. Columba's Catholic School, Eva Bonanzinis. Thank you, Mrs. Martin, for presenting. So for the next award, I think it's only fitting that we ask Mr. Andrew Scarsbrook to come up and present. Now, for those of you, most of you would have seen Andrew on the day. What some of you might not realise is Andrew's actually an alumni of this competition. So he actually was once a competitor, and has built a very significant reputation within the industry. And it's one that we're very proud to see him now out in the judging ring. So he's going to present the all-age team judging trophy, and it's an aggregate trophy that acknowledges the single school that performed overall in that category. It combines junior and senior judging, and it's one of great prestige. So tonight's winner of this category is St. Columba's Catholic College. So let's check the leaderboard. Okay, we actually have two schools on second place. We have Elderslie and Northam, hence there's no third place at this point. All right, our next category, Junior Paradis, Novice and Experienced. And I would like to ask Mrs. Peter Sparks from Penola Catholic College up to present. So we'll start with the junior novice class. And in sixth place, from Colo High School, we have Layla Ray Moroney. In fifth place, from St. Gregory's College, Charlie Underwood. In fourth place, from Oak Hill College, Lachlan Frost. In third place, from Elderslie High School, Alicia Barmer. In second place, from Northam Grammar School, Mark Kate Burke. So that makes first place from Chevalier College, Joey Schofields. So our next category, which is Junior Experience Parader. And in sixth place, from Penola Catholic College, Abby Hare. In fifth place, from Oak Hill College, Luke Compton. In fourth place, from St Columbus Catholic College, Tilly Whiting. In third place, from Northam Grammar School, Jess Ball. In second place, from Macarthur Anglican School, Georgia Mackey. And in first place, from St Gregory's College, Max Gorey. So let's go straight on to the Senior Parader Novice and Experienced class. And I would like to ask Mrs. Hayley McDonald from Richmond High School to come up and to present. So let's start with Senior Novice. It's from sixth place, from Macarthur Anglican School, Thomas Homewood Combe. Fifth, from Chevalier College, Thomas Biasuti. Fourth, from Colo High School, Lucas Lavender. Third, from Oak Hill College, Lachlan Broom. Second, from St Gregory's College, Charles Hutton. First, from Elderslie High School, Sophie Constantine. Next category, Senior Experienced. And in sixth place, from Penola Catholic College, Jet Matapu. In fifth place, from St Gregory's College, Jake Gotts. In fourth, from Chevalier College, Darcy Warner. In third place, from Elderslie High School, Riley Schaefer. In second, from St Columbus Catholic College, Michaela Mercia. And in first place, receiving the trophy and the ribbon from Macarthur Anglican School is Rosanna Tarbotton. I would now like to invite students from Caroline Chisholm up to speak about the importance of animal welfare and showcasing school spirit in the competition.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Emily and this is Maddie. We're Year 12 students at Caroline Chisholm, currently studying a Certificate 2 in Agriculture. And today we will be speaking to you about the importance of animal welfare and showcasing school spirit. Animal welfare is the most important aspect of caring and raising livestock. Across all schools, our agriculture teams have worked tirelessly to keep these steers happy and healthy throughout the 100 days of preparation and on the day of competition. We have ensured that our animals have proper food, water, shelter, and access to medical care. At our school, we implemented low-stress handling procedures to reduce stress as much as possible to ensure our animals are happy, safe, and healthy to ensure the best meat quality possible. By prioritising nutrition, health, and low-stress handling, we have ensured that our steers are cared to the most high standard possible for the competition.
I would like to extend my gratitude for this opportunity to partake in this competition, as it has developed my livestock knowledge and provided the opportunity for leadership and growth for myself and my peers. Throughout the competition, our agriculture students have demonstrated school spirit by banding together in our efforts to achieve the maximum yield for our steer. With continual effort, communication and teamwork, we have had the amazing opportunity to highlight the spirit of sisterhood and represent our school, showcasing the well-rounded environment that Chisholm has to offer us. Each and every student on our team has embodied the school's value and spirit by working together. I'm extraordinarily proud of our senior leaders who have guided the younger agriculture students with faith and dignity. I'm also highly impressed by the incoming Year 7 students who have embodied this opportunity with courage and willingness to learn. This has been such a positive experience for both my schools and other competing schools to partake in a hands-on agricultural learning environment, demonstrating knowledge, skill, and teamwork. Thank you all for coming, and I hope you have a good night.
So I would now like to invite Mr. Greg Malone of Beef Holding up to present the next category, which is the beef appraisal. So beef appraisal. Schools have a junior and senior team judging cattle based on a criteria of 3 selections. They look at rib fat, muscle, and carcass rank. This award recognises the combined junior and senior team's results. So in 6th place, with a combined score across junior and senior, is St Gregory's College. In 5th place, Beef Holding College. In 4th place, Penola Catholic College. In 3rd place, Eldersley High School. In 2nd place, Northholm Grammar School. And I pause because I know this next group is very quick to get up the front, so we want to build suspense. So in 1st place, Oak Hill College. Thank you, Mr. Malone. So now another aggregate award. And this time we combine all of the junior judging sections, so appraisal, junior speaking and non-speaking. So before we do that, I'd like to ask Mrs. Catherine Breen up to present this. You might recognise Mrs. Breen as one of the herdsman judges and one of our long-standing contributors to this competition. I know she's taught many older alumni in this. Not giving away your age, I realise what I just did then. Sorry, Mrs. Breen. So, without taking too much more time, the champion junior judging team is Northam Grammar. I'm going to ask Mrs. Breen to stay up for the next one. And it's the champion senior judging team. And like the junior, this combines all of the senior judging elements. So this year's ribbon and trophy goes to St. Columba's Catholic College. Thank you, Mrs. Breen. For the next award, and we might get him up a second time, I'm going to invite Mr. Phil Scollard of St. Columba's Catholic College to present the next one. So this is another judging one, and it combines all of the elements. And the reason for our dignitaries why we pay quite a bit of respect to our judging students is because it takes a lot of effort and a lot of quick wit. It takes the ability to not only be able to articulate your thoughts, but also the confidence in which to speak. So we want to champion the schools that do it well. So the large trophy and champion school for the overall school judging is Northam Grammar School. Thank you, sir. An update on the points, and you'll see, again, it's very tight. I can tell you, we checked and rechecked the scores. We inputted it, we double-checked it, we put it on a new spreadsheet, we calculated it all up. At this point, there is 1 point separating a lot of these schools. So 1 point between each placings. It's tight. I'd now like to invite students from Arndell Anglican School to talk about understanding animal husbandry through weight gain and tracking.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'll be sharing insight on the connection between weight gain and animal husbandry. Tracking weight is crucial for monitoring both health, performance, and performance of livestock, helping us achieve optimal growth and animal welfare. At Arndell, we cared for 2 steers this year, Vanilla, who was 10 months old, and Vegan, who was 9. By closely tracking their weight gain, we were able to observe differences in growth between 2 animals just a month apart. Vanilla arrived at Arndell weighing 280 kilograms, and by the end of the 100 days period, he reached 419 kilograms, whereas Vegan came to the school at 238 and finished at 390. We weighed them at least once a week, usually on a Thursday, which allowed us to monitor their progress consistently, even during the school holidays where a teacher continued the routine. Animal husbandry is not just feeding and weighing animals. It is about providing comprehensive care. Vanilla and vegan both had access to paddocks where they could graze freely. In their paddocks, they also had access to oat and hay every day, and at the end we also added barley to their feed to provide additional nutrients to support healthy weight gain. Their paddocks offered shelter and shade from trees, protecting them from sun and harsh weather conditions. Fresh water was also always available to them, clean water troughs to ensure they stayed hydrated at all times. We also maintain clean living conditions to prevent illness, carried out regular health checks, and provided timely vaccinations and treatments when needed. By comparing their weight gain, we could spot patterns and differences in their development and adjust their feed ratios as needed to help both steers meet their targets. All these husbandry practices, ranging from nutrition and shelter to healthcare and regular weight tracking, help us make timely, informed decisions that improve both the welfare and productivity of our cattle. Thank you.
I would now like to invite students from Colo High School to speak about the importance of agricultural education and the GSSC's role in it.
Good evening. Let's be honest, when most people hear school cattle competition, they don't picture students in boots calculating feed ratios and weighing animals. They picture cows, maybe a bit of mud, and possibly someone getting dragged across a paddock by a steer with attitude.
But the truth is, the Greater Sydney Schools Cattle Competition is one of the most meaningful things we do. It's where agriculture meets education and where students learn that raising a steer involves more than just leaving in a paddock with some hay and hoping for the best. We've learned how to balance nutrition, track growth, and assess carcass quality. We've learned that cattle don't care about your schedule and that teamwork sometimes means chasing a runaway steer while your mate holds the gate and laughs.
This competition turns the classroom into a paddock and the paddock into a place of serious learning. It teaches us science, maths, business, and a whole lot of patience. And it connects us with people who've been in the industry long enough to know every mistake, and to make us learn every mistake is another lesson, even if we didn't want to hear that lesson that day. Education in agriculture matters because it prepares us for the real world, whether that's on the farm, in a lab, or managing the next big food innovation, and the GSSCC gives us that chance to grow, not just our steers, but ourselves.
So today, let's celebrate the cattle, but let's also celebrate the chaos, the learning, and the students who know exactly how much a steer can eat in a day. Thank you.
I'd now like to invite Miss Jill Burgess up to present. And our next category is champion school carcass. And it's only fitting that Jill does this. So to give you a little bit of a background on Jill, for those of you that don't know Jill, she is the 2023 Hawkesbury Young Woman of the Year. She was our carcass judge. And for those of you that know anything about carcass judging, there's a very unique science to it. She's currently doing a PhD at Sydney Uni, and she has been recommended by the Meat and Livestock Association to be our cattle carcass judge. She looks at body composition and carcass yield. She is amazing in what she does. So, carcass results are judged by MLA in accordance to the Meat Standards Australia Index. This includes points awarded on a scale for dressing percentage, meat colour, rib fat, meat yield, marbling, and other factors. For those of you that are interested, you'll get a booklet for your school, and at the back is all of Jill's amazing data, input, and work. This year, a bonus point was given to each school who met the MLA specifications in rib fat. It's actually very close this year. The top 6 schools there's actually only 5 points between 1 and 6, so they had to be split by a point, 0.25 on 1. So in 6th place, Penola Catholic College. In 5th place, Beep Holding College. In 4th place, Caroline Chisholm College. In 3rd place, St. Columba's Catholic College. In 2nd place, Colo High School. Which means in 1st place, as the champion school whose animal had the best carcass results, receiving a ribbon and a trophy, is Arndell Anglican College. So I'm going to show you the results, and this is the last time before we announce the final one, and we've got a number of categories in the middle. And I think it's pretty interesting because it's one of the tightest we've ever had. We have 2 schools on first. You'll notice there's no second. You'll notice there's a third. And then have a look at 6th place. There's not much in it. So let's go to our next few categories. I'd like to invite Mr. Garrick Monkey up to present, and I apologise to sir if I've said his name wrong. Not even close? Sorry, sir. At least I'm not calling you a MASH character this year. In 6th place from Colo is Colo High School. In 5th place, Eldersley High School. In 4th place, familiar face. In 4th place, Caroline Chisholm College. In 3rd place, Chevalier College. In 2nd place, Arndell Anglican College. So our champion school had a weight gain of 143 kilos. So the ribbon and trophy for the champion school with the biggest weight gain for their steer is St. Columba's Catholic College. Thank you, sir. Sorry, the laughter on the stage was he presented to somebody within his family, so it's keeping it in the family. So, I would now like to invite Mr. Stephen Blunden up to present the champion school with the overall cattle results. And as Sir comes up, this is a quiet man who doesn't like a lot of accolades, so he's probably going to have words with me later. But he is, excuse the pun, the steering rudder for this competition, and he has been for a number of years. So I think it's only proper that he comes up and presents, and that's one of the things he asked me not to make him do. So the champion school, who has the best overall cattle results, is Caroline Chisholm College. So I'd like to invite students from Oak Hill College to come up and to speak about the herdsman competition.
Good afternoon. My name is Oscar and this is Kevin. The herdsman aspect of the Greater Sydney Schools Cattle Competition is a crucial component of both the preparation and the live day that supports both the learning and understanding of the inner workings of everything that is done to create the best possible show animal. For our herdsman display, we focused on collecting and interpreting as much data as we could. We utilised weekly weigh-ins and record keeping of feed amounts and the weight of our steer, which were then turned into graphs to be a part of our display. We made sure to use lots of graphs to display our information, as often viewers cannot get up close enough to read the information, so graphs allow the information to be viewed and understood from a distance.
After each time we worked with our steer, Dixie, we ensured that we filled out his diary. This was to keep a record of what we did when working with our steer, and was also a crucial part of our display on the live day, as judges and members of the public could read and discover the process to grow and develop a steer. Thank you.
So I'd like to invite one of our judges, Caitlin Vella, up to present the next award. Caitlin's a familiar face here in this competition. She's also one of our alumni students and volunteers every year. Says no matter what, happy to do anything. And she puts a lot of time and effort into making sure each of you value and come back with something added to learn. So student choice is a zero scoring category. So when we add it, it doesn't get added to the leaderboard. And it was something that was discussed many years ago with Dr. Ken Langford, who you'll meet in a minute, really championed the idea of students having a voice in this competition in what they were looking at and reciprocal learning from one another. And that's where the heart of this came from. So this is voted by you and awarded by you. So this year's herdsman pennant is MacArthur Anglican School. So I think it's only fitting now we ask Dr. Ken Langford up to present this award. And he was part of the judging team, so he, for many of you, is a familiar face. So the herdsman results are a display which shows organisation, knowledge of sponsorship, animal welfare, diary understanding of the work that goes in, health and safety, but also the ability of the school to work together in dialogue. So in sixth place, we have MacArthur Anglican School. In fifth place, Caroline Chisholm College. In fourth place, Richmond High School. In third place, Colo High School. In second place, Oak Hill College. Which makes our champion herdsman school receiving a ribbon and a trophy, North Holme Grammar School. Thank you, sir. I'd now like to invite students from Chevalier College to speak on the lessons they learnt and the lessons that they can apply to the future.
Hello, my name is Tom and this is Rudy. We're from Chevalier College in the Southern Highlands. This year we had the privilege of working with our Shelgardy Murray Grey steer, Tom Cruise, in preparation for the Greater Sydney Schools cattle competition. One of the biggest things we learnt through this experience was the importance of teamwork between us as handlers and with our steer. At school, Tom was kept in a paddock with his paddock buddy, a Fleckvy on a DDG ration, while our other steers were in a paddock next door on a grain ration. This setup gave us a chance to compare how different feeds impacted weight gain and condition, which was interesting during the colder weather over the 3-week holiday break.
Our weekly responsibilities included monitoring weights as well as washing and grooming to make sure the coats were looking their show day best. Through this, we saw how consistent care and attention can make a real difference. At training every Wednesday, we were able to practice parading skills. This gave us confidence in the ring and helped us build a stronger connection with our steer. Our advice to future competitors is to stay consistent, work as a team, and take every opportunity to learn from your animals. The effort you put in each week pays off when you walk into the ring on show day. Thank you to the organisers of the competition. We are looking forward to 2026.
Sorry, I thought I'd change it up by appearing from the other side. Our last group of student speakers is from St. Columbus Catholic College, and I'll let them tell you the topic.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Olivia, and this is Jovina. We are proud to be here at the Greater Sydney Schools presentation night representing St. Columbus Catholic College.
We would like to say a massive thank you to the organisers of this competition for the time, planning and effort that goes into making this an amazing and educational event like this possible. We appreciate the opportunity to learn and showcase our skills and passion for agriculture.
We are incredibly grateful to our amazing agriculture teachers, mentors and school staff for the dedication, care and countless hours you pour into your students and programs. Your guidance has supported our learning and achievements, helping each of us grow in both skill and character. Each school has something special to give their teachers as a thank you. Ag teachers don't just teach agriculture. They grow confidence, responsibility, and leaders for tomorrow.
Competitions like this offer so much more than ribbons and results. They give us the chance to build practical skills from lifelong friendships and grow the confidence to take on new challenges. These opportunities connect us with the others who share a passion for agriculture and allow us to be a part of a community that values and invests in the future of the industry. Each experience has pushed me out of my comfort zone. It's helped me grow as both as a competitor and an individual, while overall creating a sense of belonging to a community that shares my interests.
On behalf of all the students, thank you to everyone involved for this incredible opportunity. We are so grateful for the time, effort and support that has gone into making this competition possible. Each of us leaves with not only new skills, but also friendships, memories, and the confidence to continue striving in agriculture. This experience has shown us the value of hard work, teamwork, and passion for the industry, and it has inspired us to carry these lessons forward into the future. We are excited to return, keep learning, and continue growing through opportunities like this throughout the years.
We'd just like to say a special thank you to Mr. Stephen Blunden for your patience and enthusiasm in overseeing this program. Your commitment has made an impact on us all. We will now ask you to come up and receive a gift to show our gratitude towards you. We'd just like to say thank you for everyone that came to this competition. Bring on 2026.
Very quickly, I think as this presentation draws to a close, I'm hoping that those who are guests, and especially our principals, but others, will see what this competition means to the students, and in particular the effort that goes in via teachers. They are 24/7 all year round when they have animals under their care, and that also includes students in their care as well, in positions where, yes, they're working with animals that are quiet, relatively speaking, but there are still concerns that things could happen. So on behalf of everyone here, I especially would like to add my thanks to all the teachers and our alumni who've played a special role, and particularly our breeders who have every year enabled us to come and select our steers, and they go out of their way to enable us to have this opportunity. Thank you to you all.
So a slight variation to the usual competition for those of you that have been here before. So we had a little bit of a chat as a committee, and would like to make, just for this year, an addition to the normal ceremony structure. So the committee has been talking. We felt that it was important to acknowledge the second and third place getters in the overall competition from the last few years, so 2022, 2023 and 2024. So before presenting the top 3 places of this year's competition, we're going to present, noting that we've already acknowledged and celebrated the first getters for those years. We're going to call up the schools that received second and third. So we'd like to ask Mrs. Josephine Muscat from Bendigo Bank to come up and award our retrospective awards. So I remind you that Bendigo Bank has been a significant sponsor for the last 2 years. This has covered a large amount of our running costs, and we're blessed to have them as sponsors. So let's have a look at the last few years' award recipients. So in 2022, third place was received by Colo High School. We'd ask a representative to come up now, please. And in 2022, the runner-up school was Arndell Anglican College. Now to 2023. Third overall was Elderslie High School. Quite a big feat given it was their first year. And the runner-up was Oak Hill College that year. So for 2024, third overall was Colo High School. And the runner-up was St. Columba's Catholic College. Sorry, I missed one. I apologise. Runner-up. I know they're coming. Thank you. Sorry. Sorry, my brain's getting a little bit fried. So before we present our final overall champion for this year, I'd like to invite our breed supporters, Mrs. Diane Prattley, on behalf of her family, who are not only the steer breeders and livestock experts owning Shelgardy Murray Grey stud gunnings, but they have an array of talents. So Diane herself is an occupational therapist consultant. Gary is a town planner who is currently working on some very significant nationally recognised projects. Rochelle, their daughter, is a veterinarian, and she's acting Assistant Secretary of Animal Biosecurity Branch Department of Agriculture, Forestries and Fisheries. Not only have they bred the Murray Grey steers we have used in this competition, but Diane, on behalf of her family, has personally donated $500 to the competition, which we'll be using as for a perpetual resource for our competition. We would also like to ask Diane to remain on stage after she's finished giving her closing address to present the top 3 places of the overall champions for their awards. So I'll hand the mic over to Diane to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a great honour and privilege to be here again this afternoon. We have been so thrilled to be invited back again to present our steers for your competition, and our involvement with the competition has proved to be just how worthwhile and valuable it is, not only for you as individuals, students, but also for our industry as a whole. Agriculture has many streams to it. Some of them are very frustrating at times, but overall, the worth of agriculture within our country and to ourselves as people is incredibly important. This is a great program. This is a great program and is worth continuing with. However, it only is worthwhile and can only continue with the dedication and security of the staff and the organisers that run it. I would like all of the students to stand, please. I would like all of you to turn towards the staff and the people that are present. And I'd like to give them a very big round of applause. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Diane. So as you've seen with our leaderboard, the results have been very, very close, and the final result is no different. You'll see some equal placings. Between first and third, there's actually only 5 points in it. They're the previous years. It means that the data was checked and rechecked and checked again and then checked 2 weeks later. It was calculated on paper using a formula, and then we even had a maths teacher check it just to be sure, because anybody that knows my maths ability would know why I need it rechecked. We also re-inputted the data. So let's get to it. So in third place, with an overall score of 88 points, congratulations to Northam Grammar School. Only just in place, just in front, with a score of 91 and only 2 points behind the winner. St. Columba's Catholic College. Champion School. I'm not even going to announce it. Congratulations, Oak Hill. Our Oak Hill teacher is actually behind taking photos. So if you heard that jumping, that was her. So 2025 has drawn to a close for our competition, but preparation has only just begun for next year's, and we hope to see you all here. Before we leave, let's have a final look at the results on the screen. So in a minute, we're going to raise the lights and our competition will be completed for this year. I remind staff that if a staff member for each school to come and see us, we have a bag from the MLA for you. But also an email was sent to you yesterday with the order for the team photos to occur. So we would love every team to come up. We'll put our banner up, and we'd love a team photo, and we'd love for, our principals to be within those photos as well. So for this year, thank you for those doing their HSC, and this is their final year with us. Good luck, and we hope to see you back in an alumni capacity. Thank you.
If we can have Chevalier up for the first photo.